following video is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The NFL regular season is over. It's all wrapped up. But that can only mean one thing. The playoffs are about to begin. This Saturday, January 14th, 14 teams will compete, all trying to get to Super Bowl 57. If that isn't enticing enough, I am teaming up with DraftKings to give all new customers a winning offer. All new customers have to do is this: sign up for DraftKings using promo code Philly500. Bet at least $5 on any NFL playoff game, and you'll instantly receive an additional $200 in bonus bets. That's right, $200 in bonus bets. $5 and then instantly get $200 in bonus bets. Man, it don't get much better than that. Wondering what you could use $200 in bonus bets on? Try out same game parlays. I love same. Those are like my favorite, where you can combine multiple bets from one game, like which team will win and by how much, for a shot at even bigger winnings. If mobile sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry about it. You can still get in on the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy, Philly 500's favorite and go-to fantasy site. So make sure you download DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers, use promo code Philly500, bet $5 on any NFL playoff game, and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code Philly500 only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Special thanks goes to DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this video. And remember, click the link in the description and use the promo code Philly500. That's Philly500 to get your offer. Forget the records. Forget the seeding. Forget what happened last week, and forget what happened the final week of the season. When it's Eagles-Giants, you know it's gonna be war. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. I don't know about you guys, but this has been the longest week of my life. It feels like the Giants and the Vikings game was 3 months ago. The Eagles haven't played for 6 months, and I cannot wait for this game to get here. And we're like 24 hours from that happening. Cannot wait. It is going to be an old-fashioned NFC East slugfest. I believe we're going to get the Giants' best, and I believe we're going to give them ours. So it's going to be awesome. Now, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, most throttled Eagles content creator in all the internet. When you hit that like and you hit that subscribe button, it's our only chance of breaking through these algorithms that we always have to go up against. And if you've been subscribed for a while, I just want to say thank you. Just double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure there are no shenanigans going on, okay? Now, let's just jump right into it, okay? Because this game is a monstrous game for the Eagles. Not just in terms of elimination if you lose, but everything the Eagles did this year, everything they've gone through, as much as we did this offseason, the way Hurts has taken his game to the next level, all of it would seem to be not worth as much if the Eagles were to lose this game. It'd still be worth something, but it wouldn't feel right, okay? The destiny for the Philadelphia Eagles, the destiny for this team, I believe, is to go to the Super Bowl. It is to go to the Super Bowl. And in order to do that, they are going to have to come out in the divisional round of the playoffs, and I think get into an old-fashioned slugfest with the New York Giants, a team who's playing their best football, whose quarterback is playing his best football, who has probably been as good as the last, 10, 15 years coaching-wise. They've been very well coached, and this is a tough team to play. I just think it is. It's going to be a tough out because the Giants are scrappy. The Giants sit there and they fight, and Eagles-Giants games are never easy. They're not. Even though the Eagles always seem to come out of these games victorious, it always comes down to the fourth quarter. Something weird happens. Deshaun Jackson runs a punt back. Clyde Simmons picks up a blocked field goal, runs it in. Brian Westbrook punt at the final in the fourth quarter after trailing the whole game to save a season. Then you got the miracle at the Meadowlands #1. I mean, it's just always weird when the Eagles play the Giants. So I can never feel comfortable. If it's 24-0, Eagles are up, I won't feel comfortable. And if the Giants were up 24-0, they shouldn't feel comfortable. These games always tend to go to the fourth quarter, and it always tends to end weird. However, saying that, the Eagles did double moonwalk the Giants all over the field the first time they played. Second time they played, I don't even consider it. I don't even consider it a game. I don't think it's fair to the Giants to say, oh, the Eagles beat you a second time. They sat their starters, okay? So this is truly the second time we have played the Giants this year. And it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be a tough game. But here's what I like. One, Jalen Hurts is back. He's not on the injury report, okay? He is not going to be limited in what he can do. He clearly was handcuffed in that final game of the season. They did not want him to get hurt. And listen, by doing that, by putting Jalen Hurts in a situation where they didn't want him to take off and run, it really, I thought, kind of slowed up the offense a little bit, right? When Jalen Hurts is a threat to run, he is so much more dangerous. There are a lot of times where the Giants were coming at the Eagles. He would have took off under normal circumstances and had a lot of field to run. All that wasn't there for him the last time they played. It's going to be there for him this time. The other thing that people don't talk a lot about in regards to this game is Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders, the last few weeks of the season, he had a knee injury. He was bothered by a knee injury. He had a brace on for one game. It clearly was bothering him, and the Eagles were clearly not using him much. He should be well rested, and I think people are sleeping on this. Because Miles had tweaked his knee and they weren't giving him a lot of carries, the Eagles ran a lot less than they normally would versus the Giants there. Against the Saints, too. I think that goes out the window. I think Miles will be fully ready to go. The Eagles will run the ball a lot more. This will create a lot more space for the offense, the passing game. And I think the Eagles come out. And I think they're going to come out. I think they're going to come out on fire. I think they're going to come out. I think they're going to put points up early, which is exactly what they want to do. It's exactly what you have to do. You can run on the Giants, okay? You can also, I believe, throw on the Giants, especially because the Giants like to play a lot of man-to-man. A.J. Brown has killed man defense this year. The Giants also blitz a lot. The Giants, I think, blitz like 44% of the time, okay? Which is about what teams should, in my opinion, blitz. So they do it the right amount of time. However, we have seen when teams try to blitz Jalen Hurts, he has killed them with his legs. He has absolutely killed them with his legs and his arm, for that matter. So to me, it's pick your poison, okay? And when I look at the Eagles' offense, if Jalen Hurts isn't limited and he can come out, I think the Eagles should be able to move the ball fairly easy versus the New York Giants. I also think with Lane Johnson back, who is not on the injury report, and we know he's going to play through pain, but if Lane is back and playing a high level, I think the Eagles' offensive line is a mismatch for the Giants' defensive line. So the Eagles should be able to protect. They should be able to run on the Giants. Also, I think Devontae Smith is going to have a big game. I think Miles Sanders, Devontae Smith are going off this week. I just got a feeling. So I think the Eagles, if they run the ball and Jalen Hurts isn't handcuffed, I think that they should be able to move the ball versus the New York Giants. Now, the Giants are scrappy. They take advantage of situational football, and this is going to be a tough game, okay? And then when you look at the defensive side of the football, Eagles defense versus the New York Giants offense, this is, to me, where the game has to be won, in my opinion. The Eagles' defensive line is going to have to get pressure on Daniel Jones. If you look at Daniel Jones versus the Vikings last week, his jersey was clean. He did not get a lot of pressure in the pocket, and when he did, he was able to run. I want to see the Eagles come out and say, you know what, we're not scared of Slayton, we're not scared of Hodgins, we're not scared of your wide receivers. We're going to play man on your receivers. We're going to spy Daniel Jones, and we're going to bring more pressure than you've seen us bring in a lot of time, in a long time. And I think you would throw the Giants completely off if you played that kind of defense. And if you can keep Daniel Jones from big runs. I mean, I don't want to see Daniel Jones running on 3rd and 8, getting a first down. I don't want to see 3rd and 9, Daniel Jones runs for first down. You got to limit that because he killed the Vikings with his feet last week. And of course, listen, Saquon Barkley, you have to stop him. If you can't stop Saquon Barkley, it's going to be problems. It's going to create a lot of stuff for the New York Giants. Take that run game away, play man on the Giants, and I would spy Daniel Jones and blitz him a lot more. I think the Eagles' offensive line is better than their defensive line. I think the Eagles' defensive line is better than the Giants' offensive line. So the Eagles have everything they need to beat the New York Giants. But if you can limit Daniel Jones and his runs, shut down Saquon Barkley, force Daniel Jones to have to stay in the pocket and make throws, I think this is where you can beat the New York Giants. And when I look at this game, I think it's going to be a close game. I do. I think it's going to be a close game, a tough game, a typical NFC East rivalry game. And I really think that out of the next 2 games the Eagles play between the Giants and whoever they get in the conference finals, I think this is the toughest game. I think this is the game where they have the best chance to lose. Because I think if they win this game, they're going to get such momentum back. And, whoever comes in, whether it's the Niners or the Cowboys, are walking in to a buzzsaw. That's how I feel. But I'm going to take the Eagles in this game. I say the Eagles are going to win 27-23. I think it'll come down to the fourth quarter. Eagles will end up winning. I think Daniel Jones will throw a late pick to James Bradbury, believe it or not pick 6, but a late pick that will lead to an Eagles touchdown. That will be the go-ahead score. Eagles win 27-23. That's kind of my take on it. And as far as some of these other games go, this is kind of how I see it, right? First off, the Eagles are 7.5-point favorites, right? So the Eagles are 7.5-point favorites against the Giants, which is pretty high, in my opinion. Then you have the Kansas City Jaguars game. I love what the Jaguars did last week. I think going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, I think the Chiefs win. Now, I'm not talking about point spread. I'm just talking about winning straight up. So I got Kansas City in the first game. Then I have the Eagles, of course, in the second game. Sunday's game, you got the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. If the Bills do not play better, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. They turned the ball over, I thought, too much last week. They let Miami hang around. Can't make that mistake versus Cincinnati Bengals. But I'm going to say the Bills are going to squeak out a close game and win. And then the final game of this week, the 49ers Cowboys. I have gone back and forth in my mind on this. And for wanting to do a troll job and just say, Dallas is going to lose because it bothers Dallas Cowboy fans. If I'm being honest, and I look at this game, I think the 49ers are clearly the more talented team on both sides of the ball. Okay, the question's going to be this. Can the Cowboys keep this game close enough in the fourth quarter that Brock Purdy is going to have to make throws to beat the Cowboys? That's the question, because that's what I want to see from the rookie. I don't know. I don't know if he can. He's a rookie. Okay, we're talking about the division round playoffs. I'm actually going to take the Dallas Cowboys in this game. I got the Cowboys beating the 49ers. I can't believe I'm saying it. I think they win, and I think the reason it's going to be is the rookie quarterback, and him being a rookie is going to catch up with the 49ers in this game. I got the NFC Championship game, Eagles and Cowboys in Philly. That's going to be crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I will be streaming all the games starting tomorrow, so definitely look for that. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it.
Dude, that's not
That looks like.
it's going up.
Oh my god.
You keep that camera on it, man.
That looks like the It's like expanding.
Oh, it is. Oh my gosh. It's getting a tail.
What the? It's expanding.
Keep your camera on it. No, it's shrinking into nothing.
There's two of them.
It's split into. Oh my god.
Oh my god.